Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys my recent encounter with a cheating student. As most of you might know, I am an ESL teacher in China. So I teach English as a second language to Chinese kids. So this is a story that happened just last week. And this happened with one of my grade 5 classes, one of the many grade 5 classes that I have. So it happened that I like to slow down things towards the end of the week so that we are preparing ourselves for the weekend. So how do I do that? Mostly Thursday and Friday, once every fortnight. I like to give my students a spelling test. How do I choose the words that I'm going to test them on? It's very simple. The vocabulary is a new vocabulary that we have learned for the last 2 weeks. So it's new phrases, it's new words that I'm going to test them on. Right. So I have rules that go with this test. The first rule is that if you get less than half, you are going to stand in my class in the next week. So each week I see my students 3 times. So for the next 3 lessons, you are going to be standing for each block. And each block is 40 minutes long. Nobody wants that. Trust me, nobody wants that. That's the first rule. The second rule is if you get, depending on how strong this class is, for my strong classes, you get 20 out of 20, you get a star for your team. If you get 19, you get a star for your team. If you get 18 out of 20, you get a star for your team. With the weak classes, I can go as low as 16 out of 20. That will bag you a star for your team. So everybody's trying to get a star for their team because 3 stars mean 1 sweet. And you know, kids love sweets. So let's go back to last Friday. Last Friday, I walked into one of my classes, one of my grade 5 classes. I have 4 of them, right? So now, the third class, which is 503, I walked in, and then I explained the rules as usual, and then I gave them 10 minutes to review the new vocabulary that we have learned in the last 2 weeks. Perfect. Now let's start writing the spelling. I'm calling out the words and the phrases, and we are done. After we are done, we swap our books and we correctly check for each other. Right? Right. So as soon as they finish checking, I ask the question, did anybody get 20? So if somebody got 20, the student who's holding a book that's got a 20 will just raise their hand and say, oh yes, Angela's got a 20. Oh yes, Sam has got a 20. Okay? And then I confirm with Sam his color and give him his sticker for his color, for his team. Right. So we have done marking. And then I say, guys, did anybody get 20? So I think I saw like 2 students that got 20. And I said, okay, good job. Now let's go. Did anybody get 19? So a couple of students, probably 5 got 19. This is a big class, by the way. It's a class of 29. So about 3 to 5 students got the 19. And then we're going down. I said, you guys, I am stopping at 18. Did anybody get 18 in this class? And then I see like 3 students. And then I say, okay, whose book is that? Whose book is that? And then one girl says, it's Jackson's book. And I say, who is Jackson? Who is Jackson? And then Jackson raises his hand. Ha! Now I'm shocked. Jackson is one very goofy student. He cannot make a single sentence of English. He cannot read most words, most English words, he cannot read them. But he's very funny. He likes to interact with the teachers and everything, but he always does it in Chinese. He cannot speak any English at all, let alone write 18 correct spellings out of 20. Mission impossible. I looked at him and I said, nah. Jackson 18? Okay, why was I asking who's Jackson? Let me just take a little bit back. I didn't even know his name until last week. 1.5 semesters teaching this kid. I didn't know his name. I am sorry for that. Jackson, I'm truly sorry. How come I didn't know his name? Because Jackson never takes part in any activity in class. Jackson is just making noise. Jackson is just doing crazy things. He doesn't do the relevant things that would make me notice him. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm not proud. Yeah, it's Just one of those things. So anyway, Jackson, and I looked at him and I said, no, Jackson, what did you do? And then he said, nothing. He said it in Chinese. And I said, Jackson, did you get an 18? He said, I don't know. He said it in Chinese, I did. And then I asked the student who had marked his book, and then she said, yes, it's 18. And then she gives another student, and the student says, yeah, it's 18, teacher. And I said, bring the book here. I looked at the book, he only got 2 words wrong. That was special and I think person. Those were the 2 words that he got wrong. And I said, no. Jackson, what did you do? Jackson said, I didn't do anything. And then one student said, like there were other students that were sitting next to him, like they're sitting in rows, right? So one student said, no, teacher, Jackson cheated. He wrote down the words when we were supposed to be going through the words for those 10 minutes. He was writing it down. And then I said, okay, we need the E. You bring the E, and we are done. E for evidence, right? And the students, like, we all went through his book. There was nothing, no evidence of the cheating. So I said, good job, Jackson. You worked really hard. And I gave him his star. But other students kept saying, no, Jackson cheated. And he got agitated. And he started screaming and shouting at them in Chinese. And I asked one student, what exactly is he saying? You look very angry. And then the student said, he says that you guys just hate me. You don't want me to do anything good. If I do anything good, you say I cheated, but I did not cheat. Wow. Like, no, guys, stop hating on Jackson. Jackson is hardworking. Jackson worked hard this time. Let's just applaud him for that. Right. So I'm wrapping up and I'm giving my students the last instructions of the day. I'm just I'm just about to get to leave the classroom, like we left it at 2 minutes, and then the homeroom teacher walks in, and then she sits at the back, because when I walk out when my class is over, the students cannot be left alone, so the homeroom teacher will come a little bit earlier to sit down to make sure that when I walk out, the students somebody's attending to the students, right? Somebody is in charge of the class. So she came in, and then she's sitting at the back at the teacher's desk, minding her own business. And then I am wrapping up for the day, and I'm thinking, Jackson, what happened to Jackson? I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together, and I'm still getting 44, and I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together, I'm still getting 22, like, there is just no 4 coming out. So, I'm packing my basket, and I'm about to leave, and the one student came to me, and he said, teacher, Jackson cheated. And I said, Jackson cheated, I totally believe you, but with no evidence. We cannot crucify him for something that we have no evidence. Right. This boy says no. So the other students started protesting, like literally getting up and saying, Jackson cheated, Jackson cheated, Jackson doesn't deserve a star, Jackson does not deserve a star, he cheated. I'm like, guys, I believe you. Unfortunately, I actually believe them. I believe you guys, but we've got no evidence, so we cannot say he cheated. I do believe you when you say he cheated. I do, trust me, I believe you. But we have no evidence, but he did not cheat. We cannot speak on things that we don't have evidence. So one girl said, teacher, Jackson wrote the word in his math book. And then I said, okay, Jackson math book, bring. He brings his math book, I go through it, there is nothing, it's just math, and more math. And then the other girl said, no, he has a second math book. He brings out the second one, I go through it, there is nothing, and I said, guys, come on. Jackson worked hard, let's just keep this one to him. There is nothing, there's no evidence here. And the students were protesting, they were saying, no. Teacher asked him to read those words. He can't read them. So how can he write it? He cannot even read his words. He cheated. Okay. So then one student said, teacher, give me those books, I'll look at them and I'll find you the E word. And I said, okay. So we are literally standing in, like, they have rows, they're sitting in rows, right? So between the rows there's like a little space that we can actually walk. So we're standing there, and the homeroom teacher is just observing all this commotion going on, and she understands some English. So she's seeing what is going on, and she's like, something is definitely not right. And then she's asking the students, what is going on? Because she's hearing cheat, she's hearing no, not fair. And then the student explained that they suspected that Jackson cheated because he got 18 out of 20 in an English spelling test. The teacher was so shocked. Like, no way. No way that with Jackson got an 18. That's impossible. So she's asking Jackson, what did you do? And he says, nothing. Nothing. Did you cheat? No, I did not. So this boy is going through the book. And guys, you see a book. Like the cover is this thing, the cover of the book. It's actually this thing, right? Right inside here, he had written all the words. But right after he had finished copying them into his spelling book, he erased them. But he did not erase hard enough. They were still there. If you look closely, you could see all the words were still there. This boy found him. He found the words right on the cover. And the cover is this thin. And it's actually like this glossy thing as well. Like the covers of their MacBook. It's also this glossy paper and everything. Ha! The words were there. Yes, then. Why? Why do you have to do that? I look at him. And then the students, like, they literally celebrated that. Yes, we finally have the evidence. They're all like, yes, teacher, take away the star. Please take away the star right now. And one is rushing to the board to pull off the star. And one is rushing to come and get my basket and put back the star in my basket. God, do these stars really mean this much to you? But anyway, they're super excited that they finally got the evidence that they needed to nail him, and they did. And they did. And the teacher then, they explained to the teacher this is what is happening. Jackson cheated. So here's the evidence that Jackson cheated, and the teacher was cross. She was angry. She starts pulling him by the ear, and she's shouting at him. And like, he's just so timid and everything. He's small. He's so timid, but he's very naughty. He is very, very naughty. But he's so small. And then the teacher is pulling him by the ear, and then she's letting go of the ear. She's pulling him by the neck. She's letting go of the neck. She's holding on to his sweater, and she's letting go. Well, they can do that actually. They do all those crazy things, kind of scare the students. I'm so sorry for him. He never cried. He did not shed a tear. Most of them would cry when the teacher handles them like that. But he never shed a tear. That will tell you how Jackson is. That is Jackson for you. He never shed a tear. He never turned red. He was just... And the teacher is asking him, why did you cheat? No response. So anyway, I just decided, well, I kind of feel sorry now because now the way the teacher is handling him and pushing him around and everything, I was feeling really sorry for the poor kid. But yeah, it wasn't my call. It wasn't my business. I just packed my stuff and left. I had to leave. So yeah, guys, that's my encounter with a cheating student. Just in 11. I think it's in 11.